before we got to the crazy shenanigans between James and Anthony, I should give it to the people who really count, which is the fans who come here for the love of music and the love of people like Anthony Kiedis, who's done us such an honour by joining us here. Now look at this guy. He is so excited to be talking to his hero. His name is Simon. He's been waiting here for hours, and you've got a question for Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. How much of your influence has changed since you've been with the Peppers?
The old influencers question, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, I guess that depends on what you mean by influences. You know, the sky has an influence on me. My friendships have an influence on me. Different artists have influence on me. You know, all these healthy, happy, beautiful, loving faces have an influence on me. You know, life is constantly changing, influences are changing. But specifically, you mean like musical influences?
I was thinking like more over the last couple of years and like...
Yeah, I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing. I love Flea and I love John, I love Chad, and they all influence me.
We do too.
It just kind of works out.
Great, thanks for that.
But changing is great, and you know, inventing new things. That's what we like to do.
Thanks for that.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Someone who hasn't changed much is Joanne, who's been a fan of the Chili Peppers for longer than anyone here.
20 years coming up next year.
20 years?
Yeah, nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
And Joanne, have you got a question?
I just want to know how you stay fresh.
Stay fresh?
Yeah.
Get in the ocean as often as possible. Get your body in the ocean.
Thanks, Anthony.
And our last question from the crowd is from Emily. And don't forget, if you want to be one of these lucky people, please come down to BHQ anytime your favourite artist is here. Emily, this is your big moment.
Anthony.
Hello.
Hi. I was just wondering if you still have... the socks from the Abbey Road picture.
Truth be told, there was a little old lady, a little old English lady, had to be like 89 years old. She asked me for the sock after the photo shoot, and I gave it to her.
Oh, nice work.
Yeah.
Can I have a hug?
Fantastic work there. I think she was physically shaking at the idea of getting the hug.
Thank you all for coming here.
Alrighty, there you go. That girl, you have probably changed her life. She won't wash for a long time now that you've hugged her. Now, we've got Joanne there, who's been a fan for 20 years. Is that kind of weird, having fans, who are a bit older and then, fans who are like 14, 15, that massive range?
Not weird.
Not at all?
No, we like them small, and we like them medium and large and young and old and nowhere at all and everywhere, all the time.
Is that one of the best bits about being around for as long as you have, that you can affect so many different generations with your music, you reckon?
It's pretty interesting to watch the audiences pile up, the generations pile up, and people that used to come and see us at tiny little clubs in LA that still care about what we do and they still follow us, and then their kids get into us and they start following us, and I get calls from my relatives in the Midwest of America, and we need an autograph for a 6-year-old boy who knows all the words to Californication, and yeah, it's a good feeling.
Spectacular stuff. We've also got a whole heap of people on the phone that want to ask you a question. We've got James, I believe. James, how are you, mate? You're in Brisbane.
Anthony, mate, how are you?
He's in the ether somewhere.
Okay, ether.
What's your question there, James?
Heard a rumour that you guys are doing your next video in Sydney. What's the go with that?
We're actually doing it out at Coogee Beach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what songs are for, I might ask?
What was that, James? Sorry.
What songs are for?
Can't Stop.
Oh, yeah. Great song.
I'm kidding. It is for Can't Stop, but we'll end up being in Hollywood when we make it. It's a beautiful rumor, though.
Yeah.
They might actually shoot some footage and put, in a small green screen momentarily there. Whole heap of people queuing up against the wall to
She got a little tattoo. She got a little tattoo on her thing there.
There she is. Is that a Chili Peppers tattoo there?
It is.
On your back? Can we get a look at that? that's the sort of commitment. Does that surprise you, like the sort of lengths that your fans go to? Because you've got a pretty dedicated fan base. The sort of stuff they do, the dedication, the tattoos.
When you've been around as long as I have, nothing ends up surprising you. It feels good.
Really?
Yeah, my sister has a tattoo just like that too.
Fantastic. Is that some of the weirdest things you've seen fans do, do you think? Tattoos on their body?
No. No.
What are we talking in terms of the most bizarre fan behaviour?
Bizarre good or bizarre troublesome?
Well, open the forum, whatever you can think of.
Yeah, well, there's actually right now there's a couple of guys following us around the country.
Stalkers?
No. Just they're into it. They love it,
Awesome.
and they've got red mohawks, and they came to Brisbane. They're gonna follow us all over your country. That's cool because the Grateful Dead, they have the Deadheads,
Sure.
and one day we'll hope to have the Redheads. Now that the Grateful Dead are no longer doing their thing.
Time. Now, we're a request show. We play, these guys' songs, whatever they want to hear, but you're our special guest, so what song do you want to hear today?
I have requested In Bloom by Nirvana.
Popular choice?
Yeah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful band. And they left us with a lot. And it never gets old.
Absolutely. Well, this
Yeah.
is for you, mate. Can you stay for another quick chat after this?
Can I? I'd rather go get ready for my show.
All right, mate. Well, guys, we might have to say goodbye to Anthony. Another minute?
I could stay a minute, but, I do have to play tonight.
All right, well, let's back up on the clip. We won't play the clip yet.
Okay.
We might get one more question then from a fan before you go.
Okay. Yeah.
And I believe it's Kaylee, is it?
It is Kaylee. I didn't have much time to source these, Anthony, so I hope they're decent.
I was just wondering, has performing changed for you since you first began to now?
Yeah.
And happy
yeah.
birthday for the first, by the way.
Thank you very much.
It's okay.
It's changed a lot. I used to just go out there and explode like a bomb, and then I'd be dead. And I had no ability to pace myself. And now I just release a lot of little bombs on myself. And I think I'm actually stronger now than when I began, and I know how to breathe and dance and sing at the same time, and that used to be hard. But that kind of feeling of love and unlimited cosmic energy that makes me want to play music is still there. They're like the first day that we played. So that's kind of stayed the same.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome work. Does that ever get messy, dropping lots of little bombs on stage?
No, it's an internal release.
God. Yeah. Of course. Now, we are getting into your time, but just tell us very quickly, typically leading up, when you're not doing interviews and meeting your fans, what's the typical lead up, the hour or so before a show?
An hour. It actually starts about an hour and a half before.
Yep.
And the first thing I do is make up a set list and have a little discussion with my boys and see what songs they want to play. And then Flea disappears and he starts doing bass warm up. John hits the ground and he starts doing yoga and all these strange stretches. John, I love John. Yeah. And he plays DJ, he plays music, and it's very important. We listen to a bunch of different music before we play, and then we start drinking strange concoctions of ginseng and tea and yohimbe and all these other kind of herbal wake-me-ups. And then I go do a vocal warm-up, and then I stretch, and then we all get together and we kind of do a little hand-holding, let's go, kill it type of a thing.
Fantastic.
And then we play.
All right, mate. Well, I'll let you get off to your hand-holding and herbal drinking, but I might just ask these guys, is it all right if they can maybe give you an idea of what you might play on your set list? What do you want to hear tonight when they play? What? Yeah, well, hopefully that's been helpful.
That's our set list right there.
Well done, guys. We have a set list.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Anthony. This is Anthony's request. Nirvana, In Bloom. Catch them tonight in Sydney. Anthony Kiedis, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Thank you, mate. Yeah.
World famous dancing crew.